Hello everyone, and welcome to an introspective of Dead by Daylight. I am Moikane, and this is a series where I'll be discussing some possibly controversial topics in Dead by Daylight and its community. While some are community driven, and others are some thoughts I've had rattling around my empty skull, so let's dive in and explore what DBD has to offer. Dead by Daylight is a long-standing asymmetrical 1v4 horror survival game. With 40 killers and 45 survivors, the game has definitely made its solid place in the horror genre. But a question I have been asked, and I've been wondering the answer to myself, is Dead by Daylight suffering from IP dilution, and what does the future of the game look like? The character roster for Dead by Daylight is ever growing and doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. With Springtrap from the FNAF series being introduced to the Fog on June 17, 2025, we now have 17 out of 40 killers being licensed, a flat 42.5%, and 20 out of 45 survivors being licensed, approximately 44% of the roster. And the rest are unlicensed original characters from Behavior. This has been more of a trend in the last 2 years, give or take, as we have seen an upsurge of licensed content to DBD, but we also have licensed skins and other minor collaborations that have made their appearances. So let's start from the beginning. Crypt TV released to DBD on May 4th, 2021, adding 3 skins to the mix still available today for the Doctor, the Huntress, and the Hag. This being a direct horror series makes it a very fitting insert into DBD and its universe. Attack on Titan released to DBD on July 19th, 2022, and was unfortunately removed from the store on July 18th, 2023, meaning that players who didn't purchase skins from that collection will never be able to receive them. This collection featured skins for 8 survivors and 2 killers, as well as 5 charms. Those survivors being Dwight Fairfield, Meg Thomas, Jake Park, Felix Richter, Kate Denson, Serena Kassir, Ace Visconti, and Yui Kimura, and the 2 featured killers being the Oni and the Spirit. Our next few contenders are very small collections being PUBG Battlegrounds, with a skin for Dwight Fairfield, For Honor, which on DBD's side only include a single charm, Meet Your Maker, a Behavior-made game that came with a skin for Meg Thomas, some charms, and some shirts for the Behavior original survivors. The Naughty Bear collaboration released on October 31st, 2023, which is another IP owned by Behavior and coming from the game named after him. The Rainbow Six Siege collection released on November 28, 2023, which includes skins for Adam Francis, Felix Richter, and Renato Lyra. Now we're returning to a cast of somewhat larger collections. The Iron Maiden collection released on February 22, 2024, and includes skins for the Doctor, the Dredge, the Deathslinger, and the Oni, as well as Roadie Tour t-shirts for all original content survivors. The Slipknot collection released on March 26, 2024, which includes skins for the Legion, the Wraith, and the Hillbilly, as well as independent masks for the Trapper, the Doctor, the Clown, the Deathslinger, and the Blight. The Junji Ito collection released on January 7th, 2025, and included 5 skins for killers, being the Artist, the Spirit, the Twins, the Trickster, and the Dredge, and 3 for survivors, being Yui Kimura, Yunjin Lee, and Kate Denson. And last, but certainly not least, as of June 3rd, 2025, we have the Witcher collection, consisting of 4 survivor skins and 2 killer skins. Vittorio Toscano as Geralt, Kate Denson as Yennefer, Sable Ward as Ciri, Michaela Reed as Triss, the Artist as the Leshen, and the Knight as Eridan. I know that was an intensive amount of jabbering, but I wanted to list all the cosmetic collections to note the following. Dead by Daylight on its own has 48 original characters, which is a very strong roster, and currently 37 licensed characters and 40 licensed outfits. That is a very large catalog, and it does beg the question I started this with. Is DBD suffering from IP dilution, and what does the future of the game look like? And my answer to this question is a resounding yes. Go figure, right? While the quality of skins and characters we're getting seems to be constantly improving, we're at a point in time where we can have Dracula trying to kill Leon Kennedy, Detective Tapp, Ashley Williams, and Nicolas Cage. I love the diverse cast of characters. I mean, you can play as pretty much anyone you want, but when does DBD go from being a horror game to not? I'm going to be honest, I don't even need to mention maps. Some of them are questionable at best, but I don't think any of them can be considered scary at all. I ran a small poll in a few communities, including my own, and from the information I gathered, the majority of players have voiced that DBD doesn't retain its scare factor for more than 50 hours, while the second majority says it only keeps the horror vibe strong up to 150 hours. Now keep in mind, I only had access to a sample size of about 50 people that answered my question, but I still think it bears in mind that DBD really isn't a horror game for most people. And that's a discussion for another video. It's no big surprise that DBD has been receiving mountains of licensed content as of late, and while all of it is cool and fun to play, in 2024 we had 2 original unlicensed content drops. Sable Ward and the Unknown on March 12th, 2024 with the All Things Wicked chapter, as well as Tori Kane and the Houndmaster on November 28th, 2024, with the Doom Course chapter. In 2025 so far, we've had Arella Rose on May 6, 2025, with the Steady Pulse chapter. Looking forward to Dead by Daylight Year 9, we're going to have 2 original chapters, only consisting of a total of 2 original survivors and 1 original killer. As for licensed content, we'll get 2 new killers and 4 new survivors. It's awesome to see all this licensed content, but when is there too much licensed content? I would think right now is the answer. At this rate, we'll have more licensed characters than original by the beginning of 2027, should the game see that long a lifespan. As a side note, DBD surviving for as long as it has as a live service game is very impressive. I think most, if not all of us, would love to see more original content from DBD and their design team, but as a closer for this, I'd like to say, as a community, I believe that we should ask for more original content. BHVR has an excellent design team. Let's see them use their resources to make what we as players want to see. I mean, if DBD becomes a majority for licensed content, what makes it any different from Fortnite and its inane money-grabbing content packs, spending another $10 this month because we had that one character you like from a TV show? I won't say DBD is becoming Fortnite or is experiencing Fortniteification. However, it doesn't really hurt to draw the similarities. To play devil's advocate, Fortnite was one of, if not the top-grossing free-to-play game in Q1 of 2024. The game released on July 25th, 2017, and has grossed over $20 billion in less than 10 years. I think what I'm trying to say here is enjoy what we have while we have it. At the end of the day, DBD still is and will always be DBD, regardless of the original to licensed content ratio. DBD is soon to have more licensed content than original content. At what point should we worry that BHVR is losing their touch, if they even are at all? What's to say that the Year 10 roadmap won't only have licensed content? Which it honestly is so unlikely that it's not even worth considering. But the question still hangs in the air. I'm excited, scared, and honestly really hopeful that DBD will continue to improve ever and always. I had originally planned to release this pre-FNAF but got delayed due to some local skill issues. Again, thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing if you want to hear more from me and my empty skull. This is Vaimoikane, signing off. Bye-bye!